Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and this is video 3 in our series called The Wallet Journal. Now, so far we've done the front and the back, and we've constructed the little wallet. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of paper clips here because I've cut a bunch of the papers ahead of time. There's a couple I haven't done yet, but once you see a couple, you'll get the idea. And I'm not going to make you watch me glue all of these papers because I think we had 18 pages or something, believe it or not, out of this one little book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple, one of which is one that you have to kind of cut out. And hopefully that will be enough to show you how to do this. We're going to try to do this in just the 3 videos. Hopefully we won't have to go to a short fourth or a 3-part 2, maybe, you know, another 10 minutes or something like that. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've done. So I've taken the backing paper, the ticking, and I decided to make the complementary pages. These are pockets that come with the kit. However, when they come with those little extra part, and that makes a deeper pocket. But since things will fall out of this a little easily, or let me just say easily, a little easily doesn't make any sense. It's like saying a large, huge. Anyway, so I've got these little pockets and to glue onto here. Then when you turn the page, you turn it like this, and then it flips down. So I've got this pocket here, which is the complementary to the others. There's one that's a lock, which is this one, I mean a key, and then this one is the lock. The reason I didn't put the lock and the key on the same page is because they're angled the same way. And so if I'd have put the other one over here, it would have been on this side. And I really wanted them to be like this. So this one is the complementary to the next one. Now right here is cream colored writing paper. And I'm also going to decorate it with a little bit of ephemera. Now we're not going to be doing a lot of ephemera in this series because you know how to take the little ephemera pieces that come with the kit and arrange them throughout a project. We are going to decorate 1 or 2 of the pockets because this has gotten so pink it's making my eyes hurt. Pink is not my favorite color. I tend more towards green and blue, but I started to go with the flow, and so I decided to go with it. There's a tan version of this in the kit, which is where? Oh, here. And so you could make a pocket out of this, or you could make the background out of this. For this page, it matches the pocket, but I decided to go with the flow and go with the pink version. So this flips down, you've got the writing paper, and then this flips down, and you have the writing paper and the other complementary pockets and pages carrying over the theme from here, only with different backgrounds and different pockets. Everything's been inked. This one is one that I had to cut out the notch. And then we go to the next section, which is, let me close this. Then we go to the next section, which the back page flips down. And then I haven't done the papers for this. We're going to want to cover 14 before. I've decided to make a pocket here. So instead of just a page, when you turn it, I'm going to make a pocket here. And I still get my flip down on this side, so it works out well. However, 14 is one that we're going to have to cut out, and I haven't picked the paper for this yet, So we're just going to go by the other one that I had to cut out, and I'll show you how I did that. I haven't been covering the tabs. I would like to add a charm, but I'm not sure where, and I don't have a charm, so maybe we'll do that in a different project. And I'm running short on eyelets as well. I need to reorder and restock. Okay, we're also going to add the little notebook. I discovered that if you cut a piece of typing paper in half and then fold it in half, it's the exact right size for the notepad inside this book. So we're going to do that where the gusset is, which is in the center here. Okay, now we're going to put I'm going to put waxed bookmaking thread in here because I didn't have the right color elastic, but I would highly recommend elastic. Either way, this is going to be a notepad that you can open up, take out, and replace. Now, I don't know if you can see it on camera. Let me put it against something white. This paper is pink. I custom dyed it, and it's also got a little bit of a sheen to it because I double dyed it. I dyed it with my pink, and then I dyed it with my acrylic ink, gold alcohol ink. I know it sounds weird, but it works. Okay, and that gives it a light gold sheen. I also have white that looks like snow, and then I also have orange and black and brown and blue and just regular white. And so I have several different ones that I've made that I can use depending on the color of the project. So we are going to do that part in person. Let's see. Oh, we're going to cover the spine with lace. We're going to use this lace. And I got this from Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling. She's a friend of mine. It was nice of her to send me some free stuff. And so we're going to use that in this project. It was almost made for it. Then we're also going to use on the pockets, because this is going to end up being shabby. On the pockets, we're actually going to use this coffee dyed lace because it's smaller. And we're going to use some flat back pearls. We're going to use Velcro dots, like I said, to hold some of these shut. So you ready to go? Okay, so I'm not going to show you both pages. I'm just going to show you one. Okay, so this one, I cut the corner out. And the way I did that was I cut the page square or rectangular, as the case may be, and then to the right size with the little border on the way around. And then I just looked at this, and then I traced it around. Now I should have maybe traced it around that way, but smaller. But either way, the little cutout works for me. I just realized that just now. I probably could have just used my paper rounder or my corner rounder and got the same effect, only the other way. Just realized it now. So we're going to glue our backing paper on first, which is always a good idea. These are numbered 4 and 4, even though I paper clipped them on. I had to take them off to do the pockets. So and to do the corners and things like that. So I decided to go ahead and number them according to the page number, even though I was only doing one at a time, or I would have, except I was going to be showing you guys how to do it. Okay, now make sure your little rounded corner matches where your rounded corner is up here. I'm going to glue this in with a border all the way around. Okay, so we've got that glued in. Now we're going to glue in our pocket. Put your fingers on the side you don't want to glue. It's always easier that way. Now you can put the lace and the pearls on first and then put the pocket on here. It might be easier. Let's get it where we want it. Make sure it fits before we decorate it. This is my plan. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Now I'm not going to be putting the tags in, because once again they're tags. You just cut them out, you put them in pockets. So let's go with the stuff that you may not know how to do already. Okay, so we're going to line that up with the corner. We're going to line this up with the bottom of the page. Have that glued on. We almost could have done a tuck. That might have been better. Now that I think about it, I think that's what I was originally going to do. Let's take the glue off this side. And re-glue it. I'm all hopped up on coffee. That's what my problem is. I decided to go with a dark roast instead of a medium roast. Made my morning much more interesting. Okay, so let's just glue it on the bottom and on the long side. We'll make a tuck out of it. And a tuck is a corner that has the extra open part so that you can slide things in, because I think it would be helpful to be able to put things in this way because this is so small, versus only being able to stick things this way. Now you can do both, or either, I mean, well, no, both. You could put a tag in that way and put a little, you know, put ephemera in here. You know what I mean. Okay, let's put that on there. Okay, now we're going to take our lace. Let's see, which way do we want it? We want the flat side along here. I want to cut it to here. Okay. It looks about right. Now I'm going to make sure this end lines up because it's going to be easier to trim this little bit off if I need to. Okay, so then we're just going to run a little bead of glue along here. It's going to cover up part of the key. But I think the lace lends itself to this particular project. Line it up with the edge of the pocket. With Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix, you'll have just a couple of moments to get it lined up. My hands are freezing. Okay. We're going to take our pearls, which are cream colored and not white. And the reason they're called flat back pearls is they are flat on the back. I'm going to measure. I'm going to cut it off right after this one, so that we don't have any string hanging out. We're going to run another bead of glue along the top of the lace. Remember, your lace is going to soak up a little bit of your glue. And then we're going to lay the pearls across that. Make sure the length is even. So now we've got that. That's very pretty. It's going to add a little bit of bulk because we're going to have the pearls on this side and the pearls are going to hit the pearls on this side. So when you go to close it, it's going to be a little bit fatter. Okay. Give that a second to dry. Drink 'em if you got 'em. Yes, I realize that suspiciously looks like more coffee. Or looks suspiciously like more coffee. Apparently I can't talk when I'm on coffee. Okay. So let's glue this one on real quick so that we can glue the back side. This one also has a little cutout corner. Did a little bit better job of rounding it. This gives it a little bit more glue than going with the straight line. I forgot and went with the straight line on the other one. Okay. So now these pages are uneven in height. So the paper's going to be uneven or look uneven, even though they're both the same size as the pages that they're on. This is a dry wet wipe. I don't know if I told you that before. Okay, let's glue this pocket on. Now I'm not going to decorate this pocket. I just want to get it on so I can show you the okay. And the bottom, that'll make us our tuck. Get this all lined up. Okay, and then we would decorate this one just like we did that one. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next page, which is our flip down page. We're going to do the same thing on the top. And it's going to have the rounded corner because the other side had the rounded corner. And put that little puddle in the corner so that I kind of have a minute or so to kind of move it around before the glue dries. Makes it like a little slip and slide. There we go. Where's the paper clip? Oh, it's the pearls. Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't put the other ones on. That would have been a little bit of a pain to do. Put this on real quick. Oops. Once again, I will not decorate it. I'm just going to stick it on here real quick so I can show you the writing paper part. Making sure all three sides are lined up, or both sides are lined up with the paper, the edge of the paper. Okay, so now that one's done. So now with this paper, if you remember, we had tapered it a little bit, and I realized that if we could have cut it square and made it easier to paper if we had just, you know, done it over that little bit and just made it square. So we could have done that, but we didn't. So we have this little paper that we have to taper, and the way we do that is you can trace the paper using the manila folder part, then go back in around it and cut it in just a little bit from the edge, and then ink it, and that will give it that little angle but still give you that little border. And that's what I did for this page. So we're going to glue this on. Remember, we're going to put something, or you're going to put something down in the corner to decorate. Maybe use a little bit of a scrap piece of that lace that you put on the other page on top of the pocket so it matches. Now you want to make sure that you've got this the correct way and that the taper's on the right side. Okay. Let's see. Now this side folds down. We have a paper clip. It's going to interfere over here. Look at me gluing all the papers down when I said we're not going to glue all the papers down. When I was working on that lap book with all the flips and the folds and whatever, I got so tired of black ink and glue. I used so much glue and I'm still not done with it. So now you'll see that we covered up that mistake I had with the ink. I didn't cover the tab, even though I certainly could have if I had wanted to. Just would have made the paper wider and then cut out the shape. Okay, then this one it's okay to leave the paper clip on, I think. No, it's going to get in the way too. Okay, let me do this real quick. I forgot that this is such a small project in size that everywhere I put a paper clip is going to be in the way of the next thing that I want to do. So I apologize for the rinsing and repeating. Now this taper is the same way. We want to make sure that it's on the right side, or the correct side. because this one's actually on the left side. I'm going to line it up. Now this I cut a little crooked, so I'm going to go back and trim that a little bit. Okay, so there's our writing paper on that side. Let's do our tuck for this side. This matches the butterfly, the flutterby on the other one. So we don't want to glue on either one of those. We only want to glue the 2 straight ones. Or 2 of the 3 straight ones, actually. You don't want to put too much glue in the bottom because you want to be able to stick things in, but you want to have enough glue to hold it in. Okay, so we're going to put that in this corner. Then we'll decorate both of these with lace and flat back pearls. It's going to be nice and chunky that way. You can certainly leave the pearls off if you don't want it to have them touching each other, because you're going to have 4 layers of pearls banging into each other by the time you're done. Or, I don't know. So now, like I said, I haven't done the papers for this. I haven't decided yet. So we're going to flip this over, and remember, this is a page, and I haven't done that yet because I'm going to glue them together and make a pocket. However, I'm not going to do that until I paper this, so that because of the tab, that I can put the paper behind it. And I forgot to pick out the paper I was going to use. Was I going to use this? Actually, I don't have to cut out the top one because I'm not I'm not gluing, and I already showed you how to do that, so that's fine. So once I get these 2 covered, then I'm going to glue the sides and make a pocket. And then the front, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm going to glue these 2 together so I won't have to paper 12 and 13. Maybe let's go ahead and do this page so that I can show you the pocket. Okay, so we're going to mark the width. It's a little wide. On the ticking, I was actually able to get both sides out of one page. I won't be able to do that on here. I'm going to do the width. And then when you do the height, you do it like you're going to actually do it all the way up, because you're going to trim it out afterwards. So let's do the height. I'm just going to go there. We're going to cut the width first. So much for my clean work area. Okay. And that gives us this scrap. I have hardly any scraps. I definitely do not have enough scraps for a collage. That can't be right. Oh, it's shorter. Okay. This way it's easier to measure. I forgot that we weren't covering the tabs. Yeah, that is short. I knew that looked short. I don't know why. How did I cut that so short? Okay, let me get another piece of paper. That would look, oh, I've got another one of the exact same one. And it's already trimmed as well. So let's try that again. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know how I did that. How I managed to make that mistake. It's okay. You guys are going to make mistakes. So you just keep on keeping on. You know, I probably had a line from where I was going to use it somewhere else, and I just used the wrong line to measure. It does look like we're going to have to go over, because I'm trying to keep these short. So we probably will have a video for that will finish everything up. This time I'm going to double check before I cut. I'm just using my paper trimmer off camera. It's right next to my work area because I figured you guys have used yours quite a bit. Okay, we've got a little bit of an odd size for this. I must have looked at this. Okay, I'm going to cut it right here. Yeah, because we're going to go straight across there. You know, let's turn it around so that when we measure, even though we'll turn it back around right side up, but look, we've got this tan area. I would rather cut that off. Come on. Okay, and then how about our width? Yeah, our width looks fine. Okay, so that's 2 mistakes on 1 page, eating up our time. Okay, now we've got it. So now we're going to bring this over. And we're just going to draw around, and we're going to cut that off. Now we're going to glue it on. Now I'm just going to paper clip this. or actually I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to number it 14. And then I'm going to show you how to glue 12 and 13 together. Let's get the cover out of the way, the back cover. And I'm going to make a pocket out of it. So all I want to do is glue the sides. And we want to glue it by the shortest side. Alright? We only have to glue one side because we have the fold here. So all we're going to do, get the gunk off of the glue because I forgot to put the pin back in. So all we're going to do is glue the shortest side. And that's still plenty. So we're just going to do this and glue that together to make a pocket. So now we've got a pocket here, and then we've got the paper here. Okay. Then we'll have to put paper here. And then on the back, we're going to put a Velcro dot so that it doesn't fall forwards all the time when it's not tied. So the Velcro dot is going to go fairly high up. Oh, we can't do it until we paper this. Let's see about this side. Yes, both sides are papered already. So on this, we're going to have clear on one side and white on the other. There's just no way of getting around it. This one I put the pocket on the front actually. Or no, I didn't. It doesn't seem to be flopping. But I still think we should put the dots. So actually I'm going to put them here where they'll be hidden. We'll put it right under the key. These are called clear, even though it's got to be white on one side for it to be fuzzy. These are both fuzzy. Oh, and I got one grippy. So you want to stick them where they stick to each other and then pull them off of here. They're called clear Velcro dots. So we want to stick it up as high as we can and then close to the edge. And on this particular case, I'd rather have the white side on this side. I don't know why, but I do. So and then you just press down so that the glue on the back side of the other one sticks to the inside of the pocket. So that does that. Okay. And then we'll come back in another little short video and I will show you how to do the center. I will have these papers done. And yeah, I'll have that done, and then we'll do the string and the papers. You know what? Actually, and we'll have our Velcro dot done here, and we'll put that on this corner and this corner here. Or maybe down here in the leaf where it'll be less noticeable. And I will try to do, oh, I haven't glued that on yet. So let me put a paper clip here so I know. That I need to do something. So I need to do that, and then I need to do the Velcro dot. So I'll do those things, and then we'll come back and we'll do the center and the string. we actually will probably do it on this one, but I need to cut this video here and put you on break because I only have so much time. Anyway, we'll be right back. I'm going to put you on pause. I've gone through and finished off the pages. I haven't added any ephemera yet. I did add a couple of extra pockets. I added in some Velcro. And so that's where we're at. I'll have a little flip through video of that and you can see all that in that. What we have left to do, in the interest of time, what we have left to do is to tie the string. I would have used elastic, but I didn't have any the right color. I didn't have any white. I didn't have any beige. So all I have that matches is this waxed bookbinding thread, which I'm not super happy with. I did have some white embroidery floss, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I think that would stay tied tighter. This tends to slide. Let me grab that real quick. Sure, in the interest of time. All right, let me put you on hold while I grab that. Okay, you're going to love this. It was sitting right next to me. Anyway, so I've cut off a piece of this white embroidery thread or embroidery floss, whichever you want to call it. And so all we're going to do is tie it in the middle. Ooh, I thought I left enough, but I may not have. My hands are so cold. And so we're going to tie that in the center. We're just going to tie a knot. Sure we are. If I can get it. I'm just having a hard time because of my hands. There we go. It's not quite as tight as I would want it, but that's what we've got to work with. I can make it a little bit tighter when we glue the lace on the outside, so we're not going to use that. All I did, I showed you the paper that I made. This is a piece of typing paper cut in half and then folded in half. And since this is a manila folder, it just happened to be the right size. So all we have to do is slide the paper through. Oh, that's going to take some of the slack up. Let's just slide the paper through. This way, whoever the paper, this little booklet belongs to, can put in new paper if they want and continue to use it. Yeah, see, that took up the slack right there. And then to keep it from sliding back and forth, we're going to glue it on the outside. And then we're going to glue the lace over it. And then that way, if they have to, they can retie it tighter than what I can tie. And so then that will go in the center of our little booklet. Okay, this is going to go around here. We're going to put a little drop of glue in the center, and then it's going to get held in as well by the lace that we're about to put on. I'm going to glue that right there so it stays in the center and it doesn't slide around. In fact, I may put a little drop up here. And a little drop down there. You could just leave it like that. I can't, because remember, I cut this piece a little crooked and I need to cover it. So this turned out pretty cute for having a couple of mistakes in it. One of the other problems is that in the center here, the Amazon logo shows a little bit, and that's on either side. See, this is still a little loose, and it could be retied, or you could add more paper. Either one. Okay, now you have a choice. Let's put the lace on, and then we'll talk about the closure. Now I want to put these pink flowers. There's a we're going to call the center the middle between these two little flowers. That's easier than saying this because they're kind of offset a little bit, kind of one on this side a little bit, one on that side. So the little flowers run straight through all the way through. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put glue on. We're going to glue it in the center first. See, and that's going to glue our string down even more. And I put a pretty good bead of glue down because, oh, and you want the lacy side to face towards the front. I mean, this has scallops, but okay, so let's say those little flowers are in the center. And you want to make sure, darn it, that you put the front side, I'm going to cut that off, that you put the front side to the front. I almost glued it on backwards because you can tell by the threads when you look at it. Okay, get that glued on, just like that. And you let that dry. And see, you can see that white string in there. But it doesn't matter because it goes right up the center because we pre-glued it. Okay, and I put quite a bit of glue on there. And we're not going to leave it like this, obviously. And obviously I glued it on backwards. So I glued it on inside out and backwards. So I'll just put that down in the same place. There's still glue on the lace. And we're going to glue the front and the back. And I'm kind of trying to get these flowers, the two bigger flowers, to where they're kind of equidistant from the ends. But we'll see. And that glue should hold that on there. It'll be dry in just a second. So let's go ahead and trim this. Much as we can while it's wet. We don't want to pull it. So now we're going to run a bead of glue around the front and glue it. And we're just going to wrap this around. And this is Fabri-Tac. So it's going to hold the fabric or the lace, whichever you want to call it, around the front. You can still see the boo-boo. Okay. This is still drying. So you're going to be careful not to pull it too much. And we're going to do the same thing on the back. And then I'm going to put you on hold for a second until all of this dries completely. I don't want to be manhandling it too much until it dries. Looks like there could be just a little bit more right there. Hold it down. There we go. That's going to look nice. Then we'll trim it the rest of the way when all the glue is dry. So I'm going to put you on hold. There we go. I'm going to put you on hold and let that dry. Okay, so the glue is dry and I trimmed the top and the bottom off. And now we're going to do the closure. So all we're going to do is we're going to take some of this. It's probably way too much, but we're going to take some of this, and all we have to do is tie it around here. Let me lift this a little bit. Okay, so all we need to do is tie this. Why do I have to keep tying things? Okay, just tie it once. Tie it one more time. That makes a knot. At least in most parts of the world. And probably not on the ocean. It's probably the worst knot ever. And I would never be able to be a fisherman. Their hands are probably cold all the time. So let's take our little snippers here. Okay, whoops. Oh, come on now. And I was just going to brag how these are titanium blades. It was all my fault. Okay, now all we have to do is run the string around. Run it around to the back one. Let's lift this one a little bit. I made them too tight. Or a little tight. And then just run it around there a couple times. Run it back to the front. And run it around here. And then it'll hang down. Now let's cut that off there. And now we're done. We have it all laced up. Laced up. We have it laced up here. And we have it laced up back over there. So we're all laced up. So that's it. This is our finished little book, our little wallet. And I will see you in the next video series. And that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.